Welcome. In this video we're going to clarify some of the things of working with the JavaScript canvas, putting some images onto it, making some basic classes, etc. So I've started out, I've made a core HTML file, I have a scripts folder, I have an assets folder where I have a couple of assets in it. So in this I'm going to cover a couple of the different ways we can go about getting started with it, because there's multiple ways that we can make things work. So first I'm just going to create my shell document, create my demo there, and with this I'm going to add in a style. Might as well grab the basic canvas that we want. Alright, the Copilot, as I've been working with, since I did finally enable it with VS Code, it's giving me a lot of, it already put this tag in, it put this in, so I'm finding that it's putting things in almost faster than I realize. So I'll have to go back and kind of explain some things periodically as it happens. But we have a canvas here. We could set the height and width of the canvas with our style. We could set the height and width of the canvas inside the tag, inline in the tag. That would be the least preferable way to do it. Style would be the second least preferable. Probably the ideal way when we're working with the JavaScript canvas, we're putting stuff onto it, is to set it up with JavaScript, because if we're going to be scaling it or changing it dynamically as, say, a page orientation changes or the window changes, we need to adjust how the assets within that are scaling as well. So it makes sense to have access to it in the JavaScript. If we are just putting a canvas on and we'll scale it with responsive breakpoints, then I would say probably put it in the CSS. Now, one other tag that we're going to want to put in will be my image tag here, and I do want display, but I don't want block. I'll just hit tab and then we'll just change this to none. And I don't need a margin on it, but I don't want, perhaps my page has other images on it, so I'm going to just make a class and call it canvas art and put it on there that way. So two ways that we can load our images, and I like to load the images that we are, okay, it's already trying, wow, this, let's leave that there. It already knows what's in my folder here, canvas art. Well, okay, so we could do the canvas first, then the images, and then after that we're going to need a script. So if we load images this way, we use CSS to tell them not to display on screen. Then at that point we also need an ID for them. So we have our daytime, nighttime, and I'll put an ID and we'll just call this day. And we'll call this one night. So that just matches. We have this picture and that picture as I'm working with it. Going along with this, move it over so we can fit everything on screen. If I save my document, probably don't need that up there, go live, watch it open up here, and we can see there's our canvas showing up with a default size on it, and none of our images are showing. If I comment out this line of code here, save, then we should see there are the images showing with our canvas. So we do know that we want that there. And finally, So when it's hinting at code completion, if you hit the tab key, it accepts it. If you don't want it, hit the escape key on the keyboard, and then you can type whatever else you want. But I have main.js, but it's in my scripts folder, main.js. So I'm kind of surprised it just thought I wanted a script called main.js. All right, so I can save that. And then that's there. Now we need to make a new document here. So I'll make a new document here, save it, main.js, and I will put it into my scripts folder. With this const canvas, and look at that. It's giving me the start of what I need. Gives me the next line that I know that I need. I don't need that, but I'm going to put it in and modify it and just show a little bit of how this works and change that around. So let's just go on this one, comment out the night one, save that, go back over here, and our image source is now going to be assets 01n.png, like that. So now we have access to that, and it wants to draw it. What we also want to do is set the height and width of the canvas now, so we can go canvas width, but I want it to be 800 and 600. As Copilot's giving me some decent stuff, not gonna lie. And now I can see it drew that asset on screen. So get element by ID, grab our item. We need to create a reference to the context, which is the pixels of the canvas, and then we can tell the context to draw things on it, or to clear things, or whatever else we want to do. Well, notice that I'm using this onload function here to draw it. If I were to take this same line here, so let me just comment that out, comment this out, and say context draw image like that, it doesn't draw it. Let's pull up. Also doesn't throw an error, and this is where it's a little bit problematic, is it doesn't give us an error, but it's not drawing it because the script is running before the asset has fully loaded into memory. The advantage of this method here, so if we use this method like that, if I were to just say I want to draw day, that's the reference to my day image, and save this, we'll see that it draws the day image easily to the canvas. So that's kind of the pro and con of, we don't have to build kind of a load handler that's keeping track of verifying the images are loaded if we load the images in the HTML like this. If we dynamically create image objects and populate them with these things, then we do need to build out a loader. So if you want to go the simple route, I recommend just loading it in your HTML, just like this. And then make sure your CSS says display none. If you want to do it all through code on it, we can certainly do that as well. And with this, I will call this one night. Will be a new image, and then this would be night source equals that. So that matches kind of what we had with day and night. And then we'll change that to night there. And if we want to draw night in it, save. And okay, we got a little bit of grumpness going on there. Let's see, we have night turned off there. Night. It's a new image, night source is assets. Oh, and now let's turn back on the Save that. There we go. So turn back on the load handler with it. So then that works. So if you want to do it with a load handler and just load everything so your HTML is clean, all it has is the canvas tag in it. It loads the script tag or multiple scripts depending on what you're doing. And to that end, we could even load scripts the way of loading scripts dynamically. Then we use export classes and modules and all this fun stuff. We're probably not going there in this example, but if I did have multiple assets that I wanted to load, so let's just take and get rid of that one there. Save this. Okay. So that's night. And if I option click on those, that becomes day. Change that to day. And now what we want to do instead of using this methodology is I will now say, undo that, escape so it's not selected, day dot add event listener load. Hey, look, it now knows we want to do something with that. This time what we want to do is it's going to take a little bit of getting used to using the Copilot on here, and we'll just go into our image loader and false, like that. And okay, we'll let it start and create that function. I don't want to call that just yet, but what I want to do is say images loaded. Now, you may be looking and going, okay, what is images loaded? Well, I didn't create that yet, but what I can do is either after all of my images, so I figured out what's there, and you can either kind of go variable source, or do all your variables and all your sources depending on how you like to organize. But if I say let so, wow, it knows that this is kind of freaky that it kind of knows the language that I want to type here. And I don't know if it's because I have things open in other windows, so it's grabbing from that, or it just knows that this would be a way. But the fact that it knew 2, because I have 2 images here, so image access count 2, images loaded starts out at 0. And then we make images loaded go up, and then, hey, wow, this is crazy. Then what I could do is, now I'm going to call my I like that, draw scene. I'll have to populate out the draw scene. And making sure we get our balanced curlies here. Throwing an end if. And image loader. Wow. And I'll just take what it's given me there. Alright, so once these are there and it draws this first one at 0, 0, the next one it's going to draw over on it. So if we save that, no error messages and nothing drew to our canvas. Okay. Oh, because I only did, so it can't finish. So this draw scene can never get called because I only called my image loader for days. So let's do night. All right. This Copilot is really kind of speeding things up here. And now let's see if it worked. And look at that. Image 1, image 2. Fits them both on screen. That is fantastic. It's kind of slick. I would say depending on how you want to do it, either load everything with JavaScript, or we don't need any of this extra junk here. I'm just going to delete that because we know we're not using that anymore. Or I can delete all of the stuff here and I just load my assets here on my main thing. So that's 2 lines that I'm loading, and then I can immediately just call draw scene. In a much more complex page, or if you were, say, building an app or a game where you did have a lot more assets and you needed to keep track of things, and you would be loading additional things perhaps as the program's running, it would make sense to then have a load handler working with you and not just relying on dumping everything here in your HTML. But if you want to go kind of the easy route, which is totally cool, we can comment all of this out, go here, uncomment these 2 lines. Right, apparently, let's get rid of that and get rid of that. Okay, save that, save that. And nothing happened. Oh, nothing happened because it's in a function and we never called draw scene. So after I've done everything else, now I just need to call draw scene like that. Save it, and now it draws the scene. Not bad. So if we don't want to do all that, if I just want these couple lines here, if I just want this here, that would certainly be a way to work with it, that I could now draw multiple objects onto my project. So that would be a first way of going. Pros and cons to everything. I think down the road it's good to know multiple ways to do it and how they can all work together. But as you do it and go with it, I'll let you decide what makes the most sense for you as you work on your projects. Good luck and happy coding.